And welcome everybody to the story finale of Yokai Watch, played by the SpiffyNeedleGeeks. It's Brawl Fan 1, Supersonic 407, PlatinumRhythm, and RoushutsuRises. This is it, folks. This is the last part of the story. We've come a long way, but let's get down to it. Here we have a white Roland here, attempting to destroy the this part of the town's seal. Well, Kappa was here to help fend him off for a while, but now we're here to provide some backups. Let's do it.
Charming Unity speed bonus.
Slippery Unity
defense bonus.
In Spirit Defense.
Oh, in Spirit. Okay. My bad! Defense is defense.
Not entirely. I mean, they still get punched in the face the same. Luckily, these are just Roland. Roland aren't as bulky as in past, so they're going to be a little easier to take down.
That's true.
Platinum Guard.
Focus all of your attacks on me. Please. Don't attack any of my other friends.
I still think it... Huh?
Russell, next time you livestream a fighting game, I demand every time you guard, just scream Platinum Guard.
Oh, I mean, I was planning on streaming some Blaze Blue later.
Okay.
I might have to hold that until tomorrow though. At the time of this recording.
Well, shit. So much for gay. Wait. You know what? Nah, never mind.
What?
Oh no, the thought crossed my mind, and I'm just like, I don't think that will be entirely relevant.
Wait, what would be entirely relevant?
The whole times to get together and record more stuff. You know.
Okay, I guess I'm not streaming tomorrow.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I mean, at this rate, we pretty much just get together when we can.
You missed.
You missed. Now he's gonna die.
Don't.
Fuck you and your personas. Alrighty. So that's the second seal saved.
How many seals were there again?
3.
Okay.
Dang. I do kind of have to wonder, what kind of devotion do you have to have for a person to be willing to die for them?
Well, we've seen that a bunch of times.
I guess would you say that there's a difference between dying for the person specifically or dying for their cause?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
That's a rather difficult question.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Kappa is not going to be the guardian of this seal. So let's take out this one.
Bruff.
No, dude, alive. What about a lady?
You would hit me, would you?
Please don't. I'd fall apart.
I'd lose a rib.
Alright, so be careful about Bruff. Remember, these guys have counterattacks. Luckily, right now I'm using 3 spirit users.
Oh, they only counter physical. Okay.
Yeah. Dead.
Oh.
You missed.
Don't.
Ow. Now, I will be the first one to admit, this whole sequence right here, we have to go to the 3 parts of Springdale to fight, these white ones. This is a bit of padding, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand what's going on in part with the story, but I think we didn't have to have fights. It would have been so much easier just to go where we needed to, sprinkle the trees, and that's it.
Or even if that was the case, like, even if you were gonna do fighting or something, that's like, maybe bring back previous bosses or something. Kind of like what you did earlier.
Yeah,
it's like, just, come up with something else other than just, normal mooks.
Well, that kind of gets back to what I was saying before, where majority of the bosses we fought in this game, only really 2 of them, unless I'm forgetting one, really actually worked for McKraken, and that was Slimander and Dr. Matty Man.
That makes some new bosses.
New bosses?
Just something other than regular mooks. Because you would think that it's like, okay, you know, Squiddy here is dead, so now they're gonna try and break the seals. You think you'd want to bring, like, you know, like your baddest motherfuckers to, like, a guarantee. Not mooks.
You'd be surprised to believe that these probably are their baddest motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? Well, if these weren't their baddest motherfuckers, why aren't the baddest motherfuckers here?
That's my point.
They're all in Yokai too, that's why.
No, that means they don't actually work for McKraken.
Who's to say McKraken's the head honcho in Yokai too?
Well, he's not, but...
We don't know that yet.
You guys don't, but...
Just so we're clear, I'm just here for the food.
I'm here for all these hamburgers that they dropped.
Out of the rain, ew.
That line always confused me. I actually meant it when I said we'd take care of you. Now this is a bruff, not bad. That was bruff, meaning, you know, the older brother yokai. So I was a little curious what he meant by that. Did he mean like was he serious that he would actually like be able to take us down, or did he actually mean like we're gonna take care of you? Don't worry, you'll be fine. I never actually understood that one, but whatever.
Nate?
Yeah, Nate. In his little raincoat outfit that we'd see if I chose Nate, but Spiffy's better, so no.
Yes.
So now Rattel will be the guardian of this seal. But now with all the seals done, Whisper is sending a large amount of yokai energy coming from Mount Wildwood, so we need to head back up there.
How can the music just be all cheerful still?
You say that.
Oh, now!
Alright, so we managed to make the seals, and it's holding McKraken back, but... Unfortunately, he did manage to actually absorb enough power from earlier.
Oh.
Good lord!
This is his true form.
just God, look at those eyes. Trust in me.
Why do his eyes remind me of Shadow Teddy?
God.
Shadow Teddy had had a really creepy looking design in Persona 4.
That said, prepare to listen to, like, what by far one of my favorite yokai themes in the entirety of the games. Well, first, we gotta, you know, tell him to promptly fuck off. Thank you, Whisper. Pretty much calling out literally every villain that tries to get the heroes to join their side. And Jibangan's still just worried about Amy. Remember that?
I remember that. I remember that. There we go. Had to wet my lips to say that one.
Alright, here we go.
In other words, fuck you, McKraken.
And yet he still retains his voice.
This is it, guys. The final boss.
Yeah, I knew we weren't done.
McKraken and his true... No fucking duh, dude.
I knew we weren't done.
Like I said, we still have 20 videos to go.
That's all post-game shit, though. Alright, so
Still,
McKraken...
we're not done yet.
McKraken, he has a weird sequence of events. First, you need to attack the 2 tentacles coming out of his nostrils. Once you do that, his belly will glow. As such. Once his belly starts glowing, attack the belly. Once you do enough damage to that, that's when his true weak point will show up.
Oh, okay.
I said, listen to this goddamn music. I love this theme. And this is true weak point.
His throat?
It's something. I'm not really sure what that is. Some kind of uvula.
It looks like it looks like a throat within another.
Yeah, you know what? I was gonna say it was hard to tell if that was like his second tongue or like some
a second throat.
Uvula.
A butthole uvula or
All right.
something.
A butthole uvula. Oh.
In his front, Danny?
Oh God. That'll be a rather interesting design choice for a monster. Is that
real quickly, listen to the chorus of the music that's coming up pretty soon. Because I'm not lying when I said that this is really good fucking music, especially for a Yokai Watch boss fight. It still sounds like Yokai, but it's clearly like really epic music. And I do not remember it taking me this long to actually get to the chorus.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, where is this part?
It's still a good part.
Yeah, it still sounds really good, but just wait till it gets really hyped up.
Or do you end up killing this thing too fast because it's already halfway dead?
No, don't worry. He's not going down that easily.
I hear the build-up though.
Yeah, you can feel it.
The tension is rising.
Like that just sounds like epic boss fight music.
Yeah, you know, I can appreciate how really nice that sounds. However, at the same time, considering that it involves the same instrumentations that we've been listening to throughout the majority of this game,
well, it still has to be yokai-esque.
Cool. Well, yeah, but it's like, I'm not saying it's like bad or anything. I'm just saying it sounds cool. But yeah, considering that it's used the same instrumentations as we've heard throughout this entire playthrough.
Here's his raged form. Now he's gonna have a few more attacks. He's gonna be a bit more powerful, and he has more defense too. And this is how you know you're halfway done. Aside from the giant life bar on the side of the screen.
Yes. I'm very angry at you, even though I'm showing my rage while I still have a big ass grin on my face.
He's just crazy insane.
Just like, what was his name? President... I forgot his name! Oh, I feel so ashamed.
Wait, hold on. For what game, Brandon?
Kirby Planet Robobot.
Oh, that dude.
Oh, fuck.
I know who you're talking about. His name escapes me too.
Dang it! Hold on, I'm looking this up.
I would help you out, Brandon, but unfortunately, I have yet to try that Kirby game.
Hold on, I'm looking this up.
Okay.
It's like I haven't played a whole lot of Kirby games. I mean, it's like I've played, I think, like I played Epic Yarn, I played Triple Deluxe. I think that might actually be it.
Yeah, I know I played a
Haltman, that's his name. Haltman.
Haltman?
What's his name?
President Haltman.
Haltman.
That sounds like a super douchey business guy name.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like I know like back like a few years back, I know I played a really good fair share of Kirby Triple Deluxe. If only because like that was the one game that will keep me occupied and hype for Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U or whatnot. Especially considering that I won a Brawl mini game that you can play.
It's like, I won't go into too much detail since I do plan on let's playing that game soon or sometime soon, but I'm just gonna say that Haltman has one of the saddest backstories in Kirby history.
Okay.
I'll get into that when I'll get into that in the future, though.
Yes, less robots, more squids. So about that Splatoon.
Hey, Splatoon 2 is amazing.
God, could you imagine? Honestly, like DJ Octavia obviously has his own kind of menace, but could you imagine what kind of story mode Splatoon would have been like if McKraken here was the final boss?
That would be something rather interesting. God, you know, Brandon, it's a real shame that, considering where your computer stands and whatnot, it's a real shame it's really difficult for you to record more stuff, because it's like, if at one moment if I end up getting Splatoon 2, or like hell, if any of us are able to get Splatoon 2 or whatnot, that would be something rather interesting we could record for the channel or whatnot.
I'll figure something out. So I'm still working on it.
That and more Overwatch.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I'm.
Well, wait, aren't they bringing back the games for Overwatch?
The summer games, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, fucking Lucio Ball.
Yeah, I heard a lot of really good things about that one. I mean, I missed that because I didn't have Overwatch at the time. So.
Right. Oh no, Danny. I remember Brandon and I playing the living shit out of Lucio Ball. It is fun.
He's not wrong.
Okay. Like, would you say it's as fun as Capture the Flag? Because, good lord, did we waste a lot of time on Capture the Flag.
I mean, I'm glad they kept Capture the Flag. That's still a thing. Like,
I know. That's like, yeah, I really enjoyed Capture the Flag.
Can we go back to playing Overwatch soon?
God.
Well, they just brought Doomfist out, so...
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, he's dead. Okay, cool. Anyway.
Story mode beaten.
So anyway, about that Doomfist.
I'm about to drop you from this call, Danny.
Oh, BJ. Okay, BJ, stop being a bitch. All right, come on.
That was funny. Anyway.
So now McKraken's dead for real. I don't believe it. How can I possibly lose?
Alright. Alright, now I'm sick of the story.
What a calamari.
Squids.
Like, oh, please, are you quite through?
Alright, now I'm sick of the story.
All experience you device with a bit of self-respect.
Well, after those horrible plans, now I'm definitely dreading the time when we have to go through all the post-game stuff.
It's like what?
I kid. Anyway. You hear that? Friendship triumphs over all. Wow, McKraken sure has a nice singing voice. I know, right? He should start on Broadway.
All right, but we're not done yet.
I mean...
Thank you, Spiffy. Just said that. Even though McKraken's gone, there's still all of those evil yokai in the yokai world that still want to come here and cause, ruckus and havoc. So Whisper still feels that he needs to close the yokai elevator. Like, because right now, since Lord Enma died, the yokai world has been in a bit of disarray for quite some time, and they need to get it fixed. Especially before, any more danger surfaces, for the human world. I'm not ready. See, if this was Yokai 2 Whisper, Katie would literally just be like, "See ya, fucker!" But no, Whisper this whole time, he's been a great asset to us. He's been an awesome, he's been an awesome butler. She's gonna be pretty sad to see him go.
Yeah.
This talisman will be just the thing we need to take care of the elevator. We're now closed for business.
Whisper.
My time as your butler has come to an end. We must now go back to our own world. However, you must not worry. This is not a moment for sadness. I'm sure we'll meet again. And with that, I shall take my leave. Goodbye for now.
Whisper! Whisper. Huh? Thank you, Whisper. Goodbye, my yokai friends.
We'll meet again soon enough, but for now, rest easy, heroes.
Yeah, we're gonna meet again a lot sooner than you think. Anyway,
Yep.
that does it for the main story for the main story of Yokai Watch, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, it has been a trip. So, thus, keeping with these nice little artworks showing the progression of the story,
And 3D renditions.
keeping with SpiffyNeedleGeeks tradition. What are your guys' thoughts?
I thought we were good. Never mind.
I guess you're going first.
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
I said you're going first.
Oh, I am? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I know we've already established that technically we're not exactly done with this game just yet, but from what I've seen so far, I mean, it's cute. This is an adorable RPG-like game, so it's like, I mean, granted, it has like gone on for a while, but again, this is because BJ decided to go above and beyond and try to complete like this game to the best of his ability and all.
Yeah, and
that,
what RPG doesn't do that when you're going for 100%?
Right. But even then, it's like the concept of Yokai Watch. It's like, oh man, how would I describe it? Well, aside from it being cute and all of that, it's rather interesting enough. And I know in the past a lot of people have said, "Oh, this is clearly a ripoff of Pokemon." Well, it's like, no. After seeing all of this, it's like, no, I can clearly see that while it does have similar elements to Pokemon and whatnot, no, it does a good enough job to make it its own entity, like, its own very well done and very well organized IP and all of that.
Yeah, I really do appreciate how yokai presents itself in the eyes of the RPG family. It definitely... what's the word I'm going for here? It definitely sets itself apart from other RPGs out there. It's like, it's not your traditional RPG, and that's something that I can very much appreciate about it. Hey, fireworks show.
Right. It's like compared to like some other RPGs that I've seen in the past, like case in point, Final Fantasy VII. It's like this seems more like, in a way, kind of along the similar lines of, and I don't mean any offense by this, BJ. The way they handle South Park Stick of Truth. While yes, it was an RPG or whatnot, it's more simplified or whatnot. It's like, yeah, it has a lot of side quests, but they were still relatively easy to follow, so that way you're not having any issues, trying to take care of the extra stuff, or better yet, the main plot or whatnot.
Okay.
I do think this was a very much enjoyable experience.
Yeah, it's like, again, even with the side quests, it is a relatively lengthy game and whatnot. Again, it's because it's all you're doing or whatnot. But yeah, even then, this is, putting all of that aside, this is not a bad story or overall game by any means.
I would say it's more harmless than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Also, I'm fucking envious of Katie right here.
Why?
she's a grade schooler. Look how fucking good she can draw. Coming up here soon. Come on, where is it? There it is. Look at that bullshit.
Oh.
I wish I can draw. I wish I can draw that great, like at her age. She even has like value and shading and shit.
It's like,
and she had to have drawn that off of memory too, because she obviously didn't have them there for reference.
Yeah, that's true.
God,
Anyway,
in that case,
real quickly, Ryan, before we get to your thoughts, Danny, we do have one more cutscene.
Oh.
Be back later. Now I'm back to my everyday life. Back to normal.
Or so you say. Oh.
So, it's back to normal, all right.
But is this explained?
Yeah.
Sequel!
Okay, I'll go ahead and explain this now, just so I don't leave you guys hanging. We find out the yokai, the time that passes in the yokai world, it actually passes way faster than it does in the real world.
Oh.
So,
okay.
Even though it only seemed like maybe at most a couple of days for Spiffy, it was literal millennia in the yokai world.
Ah.
So they got their shit fixed, and thanks to Lucas, who was able to kind of help bridge the gap and reopen the seal with his own powers, they were able to come back.
Oh.
So yeah, that's why Whisper wasn't that worried about it, because that's why he was so quick to think of this idea. It's like, okay, we can save the human world. Shit's gonna go by faster for us. Let's just get it done, and then we'll come back, and it'll be like nothing ever really passed.
Clever.
Okay.
So yeah, they weren't really trying to go for the angle of, oh, it's just all sad they're leaving. Whisper knew this is what was going to happen.
Clever.
He just felt like he effectively, in his yokai nature, he felt like fucking with Spiffy.
That jerk. God.
But it all works out.
Yokai are just naturally rambunctious.
But it all works out.
Yep. So that said, Danny, what are your final thoughts?
Alright, prepare to hate me now.
Oh boy. Grab your popcorn.
If you have criticism, I'm all open to hear it. So whatever.
Honestly, I was losing my patience with this game after a while. And I even with playing Yokai 2, I even hit the point where I put the game down and never continued it afterwards, because I'm just like, I feel like I got what I needed out of it, and that's it, I'm bored. And I kind of felt the same way with this one too. So clearly this is a game that is just not my cup of tea. That, it's just one of those things, like, I felt that, I felt like the story at points felt all over the place. Like, I got the connection with the whole seals towards the very beginning, connecting towards the end. I just wish I got a little bit more of that. Because some of the other story stuff in between, it just felt like padding and fluff and didn't really amount to much. I would think that, considering the ending that they were building with, where the yokai world is so chaotic and is going into the human world is fucking things up way normally, like beyond normally, you think that would have a bigger presence in this game, and it really didn't. So to me, it felt like it was going out of left field. Like they were trying to make this like grand ending, but to me, it felt like they didn't build up to it enough. Like, I did not really get into the whole thing with McKraken at the very end and everything. Like, I feel like maybe I should have, but I didn't. And I think that's because I felt there was very little build up to it. Yes, I do recognize that they hinted at it, but like I said, some of the other stuff in between, it just felt like padding at this point. It just felt like they were going all over the place. So that's where I was just like, by the time I got to the end, it's like, look, just end and be done with it. The side quests, after a while, got draining for me because it's essentially the same shit over and over again. It's the same fetch quest, it's the same battle quest, but with different coats of paint every time. I understand side quests in RPGs. It's like I said a couple videos back, what is an RPG without a side quest? But it's like, I would expect for side quests to have a little bit more variance to it. And I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like they started melding together after a while, And the fact that Yokai Watch had so much of it, it got really draining to sit through, and having played Yokai Watch 2, it gets draining to play through. So it's just, I don't know, this is just not my thing.
Well, like it's like I said.
I see what you're saying.
It's like I said numerous times. This is a game that requires patience. It really is one. You need to be able to invest. Like, I guess the best way to really put it for a game like this is a game where you really the most endearing part is collecting the yokai themselves.
Right, and it's where it's like, I think that might be like that's probably the one best thing. I mean, I'm not saying that all of Yokai Watch is bad. There are some positives to it. It's like, the combat, for it being randomly generated, is, I feel, actually one of the better ones. Because believe me, I've played some games that are all about the RNG and everything. And again, I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. But it's like, I've played games where it's like, you have to rely on things like, being controlled by computer AI. And they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it just makes the game that much more harder because you're dealing with incompetent AI. You're clearly not getting that here, which, thank you for that. So it's like, I will give the game that, for it being like RNG based and, being all controlled by the AI. It's a system that knows what the hell to do. So it's like, I will give it that. And it's like, yeah, I mean, if you like collecting Pokemon, for example, then yeah, I can understand you wanting to collect all the yokai and everything. I'm just one of those people, I guess, like, I'm not even one of, I love the Pokemon series, but even I'm not one of those people that feels absolutely compelled to, fill out the Pokedex. I'm just not one of those people. It's like, just give me the Pokemon that I want and I will train them up.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. I mean, it's like, granted, it's satisfying to catch, like, new Pokemon or, like, creatures in general when it comes to games like this. But yeah, it's like I'll catch what I can get and then leave it at that.
Right. Or, I mean, it's like, even like, like Persona, yeah, BJ, now that you've played Persona 5 and everything, it's like, I love me some I love me some Persona. But even I don't feel compelled to try and get every single goddamn Persona, even the fusion fodder ones.
Now, you see, that's what separates you and me. What do you think I'm trying to do right now?
Right. See, yeah. See,
I put hours, even days or weeks into getting at least one rare yokai.
Hey, back when I was playing Persona 4,
you don't know the patience that I have.
Hey, back when I was trying to play Persona 4, I was going for Izanagi no Okami, so me and BJ are kind of on the same plane with this one.
Yeah, just beat the game, you'll get it.
Well, that also just in general what separates all of us as gamers. Like, I myself, I love to be able to do everything that I can in a game. I love to be able to complete games. I love the rush of literally everything that I'm doing in a game. Advancing me towards being able to do things easier as I go along.
So I will 100%.
Whereas you, Danny, you just prefer to like beat a game and be done with it.
I will 100% something if there's a significant benefit to it. It's like, I feel like I don't need to remind people about Super Mario Sunshine, but...
Right. Well, I mean, it's like, there's only been a very few number of games where I can proudly say I have 100% completed. Like, I've gone everything for, like, Final Fantasy VII being one of them. I mean, I pretty much 100%ed as much as I could for that Let's Play. But even in the past, I mean, it's like, It's like, yeah, I've fought the bosses, I've gotten the materias, I've gotten the ultimate weapons, I've gotten the limit breaks. It's like, I mean, I've done all of that, but I think I think I'm just one of those people, like, if I love the game that much, then yeah, I will go out of my way to go for all those other extra little things. Other than that, I'm just it's like, other than that, it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of weird that way, where it's like, I go out of my way to like 100% Final Fantasy VII. I went out of my way to get all the achievements for like Knight's Journey of Dreams and everything. Like, that's like one of the few platinum trophies. Like, I think Knights and like Sly Cooper's 1 and 2 are like the only ones that I've like platinumed, I think. I gotta double check on that one, but I'm not at my apartment right now, so I can't. But it's right, so it's like, I mean, it's like there are times where I will go out of my way to try to get every little thing. They are very, very rare, though.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of along the same boat when it comes to Brandon, depending on what game you're dealing with. Like, like 100% a game, like, provided there's like some kind of benefit to doing so. So it's like a good example would be like Donkey Kong Country or whatnot. It's like, yeah, considering that there's like hardly any benefit to getting like 101% of that game. Yeah, it's like, I really don't even bother, like, trying to go out of my way to find every single secret group. Yeah, I know, I kind of stumbled my words, I apologize.
It's okay.
Anyways, like, it's because of that, considering that there's like hardly any benefit to 101%ing Donkey Kong Country, that's the biggest reason why. It's like, every time I play that game, I just find whatever secret area I could come across, don't even bother trying to hunt down, like, every single secret out there, and just being done with it.
I mean, hell, I'm currently in the process of getting everything in Breath of the Wild, so I mean, I'm enjoying that so far. Just saying.
Right. But that being said, though, like, putting all of that aside, again, it's like, even with, like, all the side quests and all that, like what we established earlier in the final thoughts and whatnot, yeah, there's a lot of patience that, is involved with completing a game like Yokai Watch, but at the end of the day, it's like, I think it's mostly because of the fact that we've, like, recorded, like, various, like, a lot of yokai parts, like, within certain intervals and not, like, all at once or whatever. So I think it's because of that. It's like, I honestly didn't really mind it that much, and again, it's a completely harmless RPG.
That also said, I should also be sure to bring up. The thing about the side quest, and this is probably why it drags so much, remember, I went for every side quest.
Yeah,
but this is a game that's designed so that you really don't have to. You don't need to go for every side quest. You could just do the ones you feel like doing. You can accept one, and if you don't feel like doing it, just ignore it and, like, maybe do it later if you want. You can do things at your own pace. I did it the way I did, so that way we, everyone wouldn't get so confused or all over the place, for this Let's Play. But, people are able to play this game at their own pace, however they want.
Yeah, it's like, there's a reason why it's called a side quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, none of, you don't need to do any of the side quests. Like, even with Gargaros, like, the deal where, like, hold on, like, the deal, where, he wouldn't let you through the gate and would drop you into fucking Cake World if you didn't do enough, but that doesn't matter. You can just climb out and you just go past them. The side quests are just optional. That's literally all they are. You don't need to do any of them. You could just go through the story if you wanted to. You'd beat it in a number of hours if you did. Like I said, Yokai Watch is a very flexible game, I should say. You should, like, it allows you to be able to play it at your own pace, however you want it.
Yeah, right. It's just like I said, like, I just wish that, with the side quest, there was maybe a little bit more variance to it. So that way, like, if you did feel to do all of them, it doesn't feel like you're just doing the same shit over and over again, and they kind of, like, start to, like, meld into one another.
Yeah, and that was something that I did feel as well, especially towards endgame. But like I said, this is an RPG for kids. There's no reason to make it too overly complicated on them.
Yeah, also understandable.
Oh well. With that all said, thank you all so much for watching, and thank you for listening to us ramble this long if you did.
Okay, sorry.
As I said numerous times, this is just the end of the story mode. But of course, as we saw with that last cutscene, the yokai are back. And there are still, we have not completed the medallion yet. We have not gotten all the legends pages. There are still yokai we need to get. So that said, if you so wish, join us next time as we begin the post game. Oh, and before I forget, there is also with post game, there is still one more dungeon we haven't done yet either. So we'll be starting that all off next time. We'll see you all then.
Alrighty.